So, game number 2, Darrick versus Phoenix. But before we go in there, one more shout out to the Matcherino page, where you can add prize money for free by just clicking on the code up here. You can find the link in the chat or in the description down below on YouTube. And it adds 25 cents to the prize pool for free. You don't have to invest anything yourself. You can do if you want to be a nice guy like Ben Banner or Yasp or some other cool people. Zerk on Dope, for example. But you don't have to, but still can contribute to the tournament if you want to see more of these. Want to feel let the players feel more appreciated by the community. You can just click on claim the code. Click on the visit link here, for example, for G Fuel to add another 10 cents without paying anything yourself, other than a slight bit of time. But hey, that's worthwhile, isn't it? And then this Saturday and Sunday, the SDL fundraising tournament for Action Against Hunger, where you can find all the stuff down below as well, or with the exclamation mark AAH in the chat. You can find all the informations in this document that you need for the tournament. Saturday, Steel Division, Sunday, Wano, including a show match with some Eugen devs and some other content creators. Really looking forward to the event and see you all there to help out the Action Against Hunger. The name is the name of the game. And then let's go in here with Darrick versus Phoenix, which should be a really good match. Phoenix on the left side, Darrick on the left side, Phoenix on the right. Darrick bringing us another 39th. Phoenix brings us the 8th infantry. So that should be interesting. 39th versus 8th. This is on the new patch. This is on the AA nerf patch. That also, air nerf patch, that also gave us a buff to the Me-24 VAA, for example, that now is only 135 points. On the other hand, Stingers coming in. No Chaparrals. M150s. I'm still not 100% sold on these. 40 points though. They have an ATGM, so I guess they're pretty decent. They're relatively slow. They have a gun. Obviously not the best optics. Meanwhile, Bradleys have the TOW 2, have the Bushmaster, but also cost more than double. So I guess the M150 is not that bad with the normal TOW. Meanwhile, down here, Jäger Aufklärers, LRS coming in as well for quite a hefty recon push. On the other side, Iglas. Good amount of Iglas. Redvedka heavies. Grancers and Redvedka heavies in all different shapes and forms. Grancers being pretty decent recon fighting forces as well. Not on the par with the Jäger Aufklärers though. First of all, they don't have any AT weapons. And second of all, they are a bit less strong in manpower. So they don't have the fighting strength. But they play on the patch where German infantry got nerfed. The G3 has less rate of fire. The MMG doesn't have range stacking anymore. The MG3. So German infantry is not as insanely powerful anymore. Phoenix starting with 2 CVs, trying to get the point advantage. But a lot of units going down here for Darrick. BMP3 coming in. These are stronger now as all tank and IFVs damage, HE damage versus infantry got buffed. They do pretty good damage now against infantry. Rocket helicopters, pretty efficient here as well. As the rocket resupplies also now are cheaper. So it's more affordable to resupply them. Way more affordable than like 2 patches ago. Alpha Jet though coming in for the kill. And will find it. So even if it dies, which it might not, because its Eagles are not super efficient. 2 Eagler hits only deal 8 damage instead of 10, compared to a Stinger. Ooh, but the Alpha Jet keeps on flying around here, so yeah, that's a death sentence. As Eagles should be able to fire again, and one should eventually hit it. Yes, 3rd Eagler is the charm, gets the hit, gets the kill. Alpha Jet is down, but got the kill, so that's still worthwhile. It's a 135 point helicopter against an 85 point plane. So that's still a net worth plus of 50 just in that regard. Also, helicopter only comes 1 per card. Alpha Jets come 3 per card. So that's why the Eagles, I guess, were here, to prevent exactly that. They were not quite able to do that though. So Alpha Jet still paid off. Meanwhile, Darrick reselling this stuff, getting a supply unit in here. M150, trying to find the kill onto the BM1P. Not quite able to do so. But Red Guy Heavies sitting around here. Now opening fire onto the M150, is it? Are they firing the yeah, they're firing the MG on the M150. Okay, that's interesting. BMP3s find the kill on it. Meanwhile, in the north, Red Guy Heavies and BM1Ps holding the line. Jägeraufklärs and LRSs got quite far out. Pretty good zoning here for Phoenix in this northern town. But Darrick now will go in with a big push of Saparis and Odnialkanis. Always the Odelny Podoricki. Odnialkani are in a Polish unit in Skill Division. That I always confuse with these. Mi-24 rocket coming in for the south. Has to be careful about alpha boards once more, obviously. And the Eagles don't want to go down because they are the protection for the Mi-24. LRS moving forward. And this is a lot of infantry here moving in. Let's see how this goes. Eagla disengaging. Mech rifle with law coming in. Cheap infantry with good firepower. But no, not a good anti-tank weapon. The law being one of the worst that we currently have in the game for infantry. Still perfectly fine against light armor, but against any sort of tank you want to have side shots with its 13 AP. Also not having the best accuracy with only 39. Meanwhile, Darrick bringing some more Saparis. Mi-24 rocket coming in the north. Red Heavies will come in over here. Military police will engage the Red Guys here as well. BM1P engages the Jaegers. Mech rifles will come in from the rear. Well, it's down south. Mech rifle laws engage the Krenzers. As you can see, Krenzer only one LMG. So versus the 3 LMGs of the mech rifles, they should lose out. Especially as they're also heavily outnumbered. They get stunned here. They'll go down. Well, as I said, not the biggest fan of Krenzers, but they're relatively cheap, so you need them for frontline action if the enemy has a deck with a lot of frontline units as well. Not quite sure if they are necessary against this deck though. Alpha Jet tried to be at it again. Not fully getting the kill this time though. And Eaglas have a better reload time, so they will be able to fire again here. Not finding the kill. Alpha Jet should go home. Will go home. But yeah, that's the advantage of the Eagla over the Stinger. They have a way better reload time than the Stinger. So, like one of the 2 advantages they have. They trade a bit of accuracy and damage for a bit more range. Like 200 meter more range is quite important in AA. For that and better reload time. So overall they're somewhat equal with the Stinger. But them needing 3 hits versus 2 hits. Yeah, I would still prefer the Stinger overall. So Eaglas quite powerful in the right setup. Mech rifle over here, sitting around. The Perry coming in here. Mech rifle's trying to move forward. Mech rifle's disengaging. The Perry's sitting around here, being dangerous. The Perry's plus original Podoricki is super dangerous combo. Because the Zaparis, if they run into your town and they get close to your stuff, they just lob in the TNT, which does an insane amount of damage to your stuff. But you can't also not get anywhere close these plops as well, because these have RPG 29s with 885 meter range, so you need to basically stay out of 1 kilometer away or more from this plop with your vehicles if you want to have any chance of fighting it. So really engaging this is not simple, especially not in the town situation. And this is one of the reasons why I like 39 quite a bit at the moment. Like, this unit is so insanely strong for its current price point. Getting some of these behind enemy lines is super powerful. They have 20 reloads, so if the enemy doesn't recognize them, they can murder complete supply lines. The engineers of Phoenix, though, are fighting back with their own TNTs, so dealing a lot of damage here. Motostraki BMP-3 coming in, though, and trying to help out. Me-24 as well. No AA around here. Plane goes down. TOW-2 not finding the kill onto the BMP-3 yet. Down to only one missile. And the push here of Darrick is working out, and we have seen this before on this map from Darrick. Darrick really likes this angle coming from around here, and Phoenix wasn't really prepared for it. Still, most of the reinforcements of Phoenix went down into the south, not enough into the town in the north, didn't really saw the setup coming fast enough, and now gets hit hard for it. Stinger here. Already got one hit on the Me-24, but as you can see, Stinger takes a long time to reload. 20-second reload here. So, and still will need 2 more hits as the Me-24 is armored. Will find another one, so Me-24 should disengage now. Down to only 2 hit points. Meanwhile, Osa finds the kill on one helicopter of Phoenix here. Whilst Phoenix is bringing in more engineers and mech rifles to try to hold on to the town. MiG-23 though, coming in with a good bombing run here, I would say. Oh yeah, that was a good bombing run. And not enough AA around here for Phoenix to contest that. So MiG-23 doing a good job. M1 and M60 engaging the Saparis over here. Mech rifles under fire. And really good show of the weaknesses of 8th Infantry. Not having good long range AA, so the MiG-23 can bully it quite hard. And yeah, really solid usage out of Saparis and Odgenial Podovitsky. Motostrelki is now coming in to fill the gaps that have been created by the couple of engineers of Phoenix that hit well. But now the Mud over here is under fire. Jaeger's trying to defend them. But Mud will die eventually. TOW-2 can't really deal with this either, as it is out of ammo. BMP-3's now heading to the south. Raven coming in for Phoenix. Trying to find some kill on some AA. Not able to do so though, as it's out of ammo here and not having any radar sensors anymore for Darrick. Cluster SU finds a good hit down here, and Darrick is really doing good damage here with the Air Force. Chaparral coming up, but the MiG-23 plus clusters were doing insane damage, and the setup of the push here was really well done. Darrick once more showing why he is so scary in this. And it looks like Phoenix is in a rough position here. I don't quite see the comeback just yet. Alpha Jet not finding the hit. M60 now engaging a couple of other units, but there's so much infantry in this town. Now Darrick also on the +3. South, everything here has been cleaned out that was in front of this town. Like, there, a couple of minutes ago there was a lot of stuff here. Now with a couple of bombing runs and a couple of good connections with ATGMs and so on, this completely turned. Bradley at least finds the kill onto a BMP-3, as the first ATGM of the BMP-3 missed, but really not good enough to turn this around. This is a disastrous position in the south, disastrous position in the north, and I guess Darrick is winning this first game in a similar fashion to Rampage. Only that I didn't dislike Phoenix's position too much at the beginning. Like, Phoenix's setup looked really good. Like, with Hippie, we all saw how it got disassembled. Here it was really just a master stroke of Darrick in the north. Coming in at the right time, at the right place, with the right force, and just dismantling Phoenix's defenses here in the north completely. Then bringing in the planes at the right time as well, to finishing it off. And just really showing why he is number 2 on the ranked board at the moment. Why he has such a high win rate everywhere. And is feared by everyone in the player base. You don't want to play against Darrick. Also, yeah, game number 1 here. Phoenix really not playing shabby here, but it was not good enough. And maybe not the right setup against 39th, but that's also down to most people don't have much experience against 39th, because before this patch, 39th was pretty out of meta. But 8th was one of the two divisions that everyone played against non-stop, so Darrick had it figured out and got 2-1 KD here. GGVP to Darrick in game number 1. A super clean game. Damn. Like, as I said, Phoenix, in my eyes, didn't play bad, but Darrick just showed us the masterclass of how to play this game. What a nice play here. Really, like, no shame for Phoenix for losing this. Was a really good setup. And yes, 39th. I'm not sure if it's meta or it was just a pick for the right time at the right place with the latest buffs and so on, and like you not knowing how to play it. I think once 39th has been figured out, it still isn't a top dog division. But with the bans that we get in, it might be still playable in the tournament. But it was for sure the right pick in this game. Like, Darrick had a really, really powerful push there. And the original Podovitsky, insane good unit. And combining that with the Saperis was just such a scary infantry push. And for a position where Phoenix was a bit light on infantry support, not having an M728 up there left him open for this push. And yeah, Darrick exploited it masterfully. And let's see if Darrick can do it as easy in game number 2. Because yeah, if Phoenix is just slightly better prepared for the matchup, I think Phoenix can fight back. Won't be easy. Wasn't easy for Gouts last week either though. And still Gouts somehow got that tie against Darrick there. So maybe Phoenix can do it in game number 2 as well. See you all in 2 minutes there. So here we go. Game number 2. And Darrick is now on the other side. Divisions have changed a bit. Phoenix has switched out the Americans, the 8th Infantry, for our 2nd Panzergrenadier Division of the Bundeswehr. Darrick still keeps the 39th, still keeps to the similar setup. One more helicopter this time though. 2 rocket Mi-24s. You don't need the AA version because there won't be any helicopters on the other side, really. The power helicopters, not that helpful against 39th, I would say. And I still think people have to realize that they are now a bit better, that they don't wiggle as much anymore, so that they don't misfire anymore, so that those helicopters might be worthwhile bringing now. And I wouldn't expect them in this game yet. We see 2 CVs from Phoenix for the start to get some point advantage. Won't happen though, as Darrick has 2 CVs as well. A lot of forward deployed Redguns and BMP 1Ps up in the north. So you can really see Darrick wants to go for this. And before we start the game, one more shout out for Matcherino. The Matcherino page where we get the crowdfunding for this tournament. Yeah, with Matcherino, you can, on the Matcherino page on the top right, just click on claim code and add 25 cents to the prize pool for free. And make it a bit more worthwhile playing in these tournaments without paying anything yourself other than just clicking that one button and signing in with your Twitch or your Google account on Matcherino, which is done in an instant. So yeah, here we go. Phoenix coming in on the right, Darrick on the left, Francis rushing in. Let's see what Phoenix can give us in this one in the setup. Rocket Mi-24 is obviously dangerous. We have 2 Gepards though on the hunt. Gepards will take a bit longer now than we are used to kill off those Mi-24 rockets though, as they have lower rate of fire, but they're also 15 points cheaper. So there has been a slight rebalance of Spucks overall, which is really good. Spucks before were just too much of a delete unit, and there was too little counterplay, or like time to react. I really like the interactions between helicopters and Spucks now. Spucks still stun them, so it's not like the helicopter will kill the Spuck in most cases, if they are both in range. But you can at least try to micro out of there. As we will see here, Darrick, really fast reaction, will try to run away. Gepards now firing onto the other Mi-24. This one only received 2 damage though. This one will receive a bit more. as the Gepard is rolling forward. Second Gepard not getting into the right position to finish it off just yet. MiG-23 with HE bombs coming around once more, and oh my god! Ooh, devastating blow. Meanwhile, Gina's coming in on the other side, getting a kill onto the helicopter. Second one not finding the kill just yet. Do they not see this? What's the air optics here? It's normal. I have no clue how good normal is. I think everything else at least has good, so I guess it's pretty shit. Yeah, but the Mi-24 doesn't get spotted by the Ginas, so will escape. One Mi-24 went down, but this bombing run destroyed all the infantry that Phoenix had in this town, and this is obviously devastating. And now something killed the Gepard. So... oh my god, this is going wrong. Darrick on a +3. Darrick has all the infantry in here. That MiG-23 run was insane. Insane value. That MiG-23 now also has a better price point. Has a bit late of a drop point, so still pretty good. Thanks there for the Twitch Prime. Much appreciated, Robinson Huso. And... yeah, oh my god, that bombing run was... this was a full-on money shot there for Darrick, and leaving Phoenix once more in a desperate position. Once more with a solid setup, I would say, Phoenix, but just a bit too clumped up, and Darrick really knew how to punish that with the right unit at the right time. And maybe MiG-23 still has to be nerfed a bit. I would argue, you just need to split out your infantry a bit better though. And yeah, exploiting also one of the weaknesses of the 2nd Panzergrenadier. They don't have any roll-ons, so they don't hit airplanes as hard. Gepards are amazing against pretty good against helicopters. But against airplanes, they're not as deadly. You can now use the Tornado though, as the Tornado is one of the few planes that became cheaper. The Tornado ASF and the Tornado Seat. So you can use those now to maybe hunt down planes, but obviously Phoenix didn't start with that. So will struggle here. Can't really push it in the south against this either. Like, there's not that much of Darrick here, but there's also not that much of Phoenix. And really, Phoenix's forces in the north got completely destroyed, so is on the back foot big time now. Both Gepards now also got slaughtered as they couldn't retreat fast enough when the other forces of Darrick moved in. Gina now trying to at least get a bit of stuff killed. Trying to find the Mi-24 here now, which did got repaired though. Gina doing good damage, not fully finding the kill. But there's no other AA. Oh no, it's a Mi-24 AA now. It's not the rocket one. The rocket one went down. So at least the Hinds go down, yeah. But as the Gina will try to come around once more here to find the kill. But getting back into the northern town will be a big task for Phoenix. Scimitar here will not go down. Will be saved by the Gina. So yeah, Gina, similar to Alpha Jets, pretty good killer against Hinds and Co. It's not quite as good, as it has less accuracy, but it's also cheaper. It's 25 points cheaper, so you can afford it better than those. It's not gonna kill the Hind in one run though, but it will still kill a Mi-8, for example, in one run most likely. And as I said, it's cheaper than an Alpha Jet, it's faster than an Alpha Jet, so it has its advantages as well. Osa here though will find the kill on that Alpha Jet, on that Gina that already got hit once before by Estrella. Leaving it down on the ground, blown to smithereens. Leopards now trying to help out, setting a push into this town. But Darrick with such a good start here. We'll bring in the Saperi now, trying to make it a +6, and this situation is horrible for Phoenix once more. So it looks like Darrick might get a win this week, because, yeah, I want to find something here for Phoenix. I mean, he found the kills on the helicopters, but that's really the only thing he killed so far in this game. And that's not good enough compared to the losses he took. So, oof. Yes, Darrick is scary. T-62Ms coming out now here as well. The first T-62 we see in this tournament. Lovely tank. Not amazing, But with the MBT rebalance being the next step of things on Eugen's list of balance changes, they might become even better than they are at the moment. And against East Germany, I feel like they're really fine. Against the NATO divisions, they might be fine next patch. So keep your eyes on these. They should be lovely. And they obviously look amazing. Like, this model is just absolutely gorgeous. Meanwhile, though, on the front, Leopard 1s will try to struggle against get the fight back into this sector, as Darrick has achieved a +6 now. So, Phoenix needs to get in here. Leopard 1 against BMP3 will get the kill. Next BMP3 under fire. Need to disengage. Leopard 1's really wanting to bring the hurt on here. Will deal some damage against the Kranzis and Ochinal Podevitsky over here. Lenie Podevitsky. Yeah, pronouncing Russian names, not my forte. Leopard 1A1 trying to push onto the BMP's one piece, but even a Malyutka hurts a lot onto a Leopard. So one will go down. Second one tries to find the kill. BMPs at least out of Malyutkas, as they only carry 4. Gina trying to come in here with another run. We have a couple of Iglas around now here though, so they have to be careful for the future. Another BMP 1P runs out of Malyutkas as well. Whilst the Lenia Podevitsky will fight the kill down here on the Leopards. As I said, super scary unit. 885 meter range for an RPG is just huge in this game, and something that you're not used to, so you're always micro wrong against it. Like, we by now all have become used to the 700 meter range, so the standard distance you keep your tanks away from towns is like 900 or like 800 to 900 meters away, but that range is exactly where this unit strikes at, and so it's really counterintuitive, which is one of the biggest strengths of this unit, outside of this RPG also being just super deadly. Like, 21 penetration is insanely high. It's the biggest damage of any RPG currently in the game. And 70% accuracy is also really high. So, an absolute killer. Meanwhile, MiG-23 here nearly going down. Motostrelki pushing in. More Motostrelki sitting around in the south. Leopards trying to come around. Not finding the kill though. Skimithars will engage onto the town here. Will engage onto the Kranzers. Motostrelki is getting hit as well. But Darrick has the +6, and it's looking really good here for Darrick. Tornadoes coming in. Mehrzweckwaffe on the run. Oh my god, that could be a game changer, but it might come too late. It actually doesn't do that much. Wow, what? I mean, it got some stress, so it got split out, but it's still so much less damage than expected. This dealt so much less. Jaeger's trying to come in here. BMP3 gets the kill on one of them though. And yes, this comeback chance of Phoenix is dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. As most of the forces Phoenix had around here have been beaten up. He got a couple of kills with it, but not the comeback, not the traits that were needed to really turn this game around. And time is running out here. We're at 40 points per minute here, getting gained for Darrick. It's just an insane amount. And Darrick is really close to reaching the 2000 point mark here. And even neutralizing the point in the north wouldn't be enough, so Phoenix basically needs to clean house and needs to do that in 2 minutes now. And I don't see that happening. There's just so much stuff in here. There's just so much stuff in here. Leopard 1A1 will get hit by the BMP3. BMP3 doing a good job. Unimog nearly getting hit there. BMP3 not finding a connection. T62 though finds a connection. Leopard also not retaliating, and this game is over. And I think Phoenix also by now has a bit resigned. Not microing the south as much anymore. Tried to get the counter push in here, but there's just so much Darrick, so little Phoenix. Jägeraufklärer at least doing some sneaky stuff. But the start was just too explosive, too fast, too good. Darrick really getting the W here once more. and fighting his way back into the tournament. Because one tie you can allow yourself and still have a chance of winning the tournament. 2 ties and chances of winning this tournament, a 5-round Swiss style tournament, are basically at 0. And obviously a loss and you're as good as out as well. Especially this early on in the tournament, because that would mean your Buchholz median will be pretty horrible throughout the tournament. So yeah, Darrick keeping his chances of winning this tournament alive. Phoenix sadly takes a loss this week. Has got this tough matchup by having a tie in the first week, and both Ski and Darrick, the top 2 places of the April tournament, also got ties in the first week. So it was better, like matchup wise, to have a win in week number 1. Like you had maybe weaker opponents that way than if you had a tie in the first week, which is a bit funny. But yeah, really good game by Darrick once more. Solid game, I would still say, by Phoenix. Like, I liked the Gina start. I liked the counterplay against the Mi-24s. As you can see, it worked out. It worked out pretty well. But yeah, getting 3 Mi-24s. But the bombing run, the MiG-23 killing off 6 infantry units with 1 run, was just too painful. I mean, this is still fine, like, okay later in the game, because payoff-wise, this is somewhat equal. But in the beginning, it's just dislodges you from your most important position. And then Darrick was able to just dig in there and keep the 2nd Panzer Grenadier out of the town. So GGVP here to Darrick to getting the W in week number 2. And yeah, looking forward to more Darrick in the upcoming weeks. Also looking forward to more Phoenix. As I said, good player, just not quite on par with Darrick's playstyle here. And the 39th, super interesting playstyle here by Darrick, and I absolutely adore it. And I hope we see more 39th throughout the tournament. I hope we see more variety. I think 39th flew a bit under the radar beforehand, and I would say it's now quite powerful. Like before, we had 39th with Tanner's playstyle of the Rocket Su-25. But this division now for sure has more to offer than just that. So let's see. Yeah, a wooden box did get the tie against Ski in the week number 1. So really interesting matchups between the tied opponents. And I think we are now up on par with this bracket, so I can show you this. Yeah, I didn't even put in the Phoenix versus Darrick results yet. We will do that just now to show you the rest of the week's brackets. As you can see, the tied opponents play against each other. A wooden box, who tied against Ski, will play against Rabbit. And then Gauts will play against Ski. So Gauts really getting the full load in here. Signing up for this tournament, running into Darrick and Ski in week 1 and 2. But if he can get a tie in this one, he really has himself, or maybe even a win against Ski, that would really put him on the board here as one of the players to worry about big time. Meanwhile, another really important game in this week, I would say, is Nick the Trojan versus Puri Tanner. 2 really good players against each other here as well. Favor to Nick. Nick is ranked number 4 at the ladder at the moment, but Tanner always good in engineering some interesting strategies. Came around with that Su-25 play, for example. Always an innovator, always having that, maybe that trick up the sleeve that might be able to let Nick stumble. Colonel Koenig versus General Mosquito. Yeah, a lot of good games here. I would say a lot of interesting series that should be pretty close in week number 2 all around as well. Really looking forward. Like, I'm really hyped for May. Like, game balance is good now. We have good players here. Week number 1, everyone tried to play their games. One game we had to auto-decide, but other than that, everyone else played their games, which is great to see as well. And yeah, I hope to see more like this. Yeah, really good action here. I wonder if there's any live games right now. I don't think so. And yeah, let's see. That's all the games for this week. So what we do instead now is leave you the vote open if we should play ranked or if we should play team games. And then do that. But yeah, if you play your games today, let me know. in chat. If any one of you, like Gouts or so, you're playing your games today, I would be up to casting those live. Yeah. Ranked or team games. Vote is up. 3 minutes. No rigging this time. And here we go. What shall we play? And if you didn't vote, don't complain about the consequences. But Darrick versus Phoenix, what a good game. What a good game. Yeah, we sadly had one dropout with Steven Seagal. Was a bit yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, he dropped out in Steel Division tournaments before because he was pissed about the balance, and he now did it here as well. Yeah, was already kind of expecting it. Still sad to see it, because now we have one bye per week, unless we get another dropout, which we hopefully don't. But yeah, now this Codent got the bye this week, so doesn't have a game this week, but at least gets a win for it. BST. What is BST?